watching Ladies in the Locker Room. We'll be right back.
Hey, what's going on? Yay.
Hi.
What's
Good. How
going
are you?
on, Lindsay?
Not much. How are you doing?
Doing pretty good. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for watching Ladies in the Locker Room. I'm Hattie, your Jersey girl, and I live in Georgia now. And everybody says, you're a Georgia peach. No, I am a Northern peach. I'm from Jersey. So, what's going on? Tell everybody a little bit about yourself, Lindsay, and where you are.
I'm Lindsay, and I'm from Orange County, California, and I'm born and raised. So,
Born and raised.
Orange
All
County
right.
girl. Yeah.
Orange County. Now, that's not a Valley girl.
No, Valley's up in LA.
Okay, but you're not far from LA, right?
Yeah. No, I'm depending on traffic, like 30 minutes,
Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad.
but
I'm.
traffic 2 hours.
Oh my God, that's
Yeah.
terrible. Anyway,
Yeah.
tell me how was your week?
It's all right. On Thanksgiving, I was playing pickleball, which for people who don't know, it's kind of like tennis, on a shorter
Pickleball.
court. And I was in Utah, so it was really cold. It was like 30 degrees,
Oh
and
my gosh.
I was out there for a while. And the last play, I was out there for a while because most of my cousins went back, and I'm just really competitive, so I stayed. And on the last play, my toes hit, like I was going for a ball anyway. Long story short, my like calf like partially tore, and it was like indented, and it was like so much pain. I couldn't really walk on it, but I just trying to walk it off so it doesn't look like I was hurt. Anyway, so I'm on crutches now, so it really looks like I
Is
can't
that what
walk.
happened last week? Why you ended up going to the? Oh my gosh.
So I had to go to the emergency room. I've been to the doctor a few times. I have another like MRI scheduled. So yeah, that's pretty much
Oh,
how my week's been going.
oh
Just
my
trying to
goodness.
get around on crutches. And this time of year, and my birthday's next week. It's just not good timing.
No. What are you doing for your birthday?
I
Something
don't
on
know.
crutches, I take it.
Gonna do something, and I think I'm gonna go out to dinner with some friends and family, or but I don't know. I might have to wait until the new year because you get too close to Christmas. Nobody really wants to go out, and I might
No,
not be able to do
no.
much on crutches. So yeah, there's
Oh.
my week. How's your week? Hopefully better.
Well, my week is good. I ate everything and a lot of it. And I feel like I know this is not possible, but I just feel like I gained like 10 pounds just over that weekend from Thursday to Sunday because I still had leftovers by Sunday. So I ate some on Thursday, I ate some on Friday, I ate some on Saturday, and I ate some on Sunday. And I promise you, I feel like I gained 10 pounds in just that weekend.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, there's a lot of great food. That's why I was trying to work it off, but you know, other plans. You know.
Yeah, other plans. I've got an appointment. I've got a little twitch in my ankle. I call it a girly injury. As you all know, I played sports. I played basketball. I played softball. And let me tell you, I used to run street track. We ran in the middle of the street. This is what I hate about my city now. My city was so clean that in the city now, I walked around with no shoes in the summertime just to feel the asphalt on my feet
Oh,
at
cool.
night because it
Yeah.
was very cool. But I was a very fast runner. So people, girls, guys from around our town would come on our block and challenge me to a race.
Oh,
So I
that's
remember
awesome.
there was this girl named Willie Mae. Willie Mae would challenge me, and certain other boys, David Owens, which that was my little boyfriend, David Owens, and they would come around late at night and challenge me to a race on the street where we would just run one city block barefoot, and I would always run barefoot because I just like being barefoot. Now when I go home and I go to Jersey, I complain that my shoes is
Sure.
getting dirty. Um, but at any rate, but I never got a sports injury ever, and I played
Really?
all year
Wow.
round. So now I have this little twitch in my ankle, and it hurts, but it hurts even worse when I put on pumps. Now, I was a tomboy slash girly girl. I wore high top sneakers Monday through Friday, but on Saturdays and Sundays, I love to put me on some heels. And I
Mhm.
still love wearing heels. But now it's like as soon as I put on a heel, my right ankle, I got something going on here. I'm like, what is that?
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
don't
no,
know.
I gave not until like college. College is when I started like injuring myself. Not great, but
No,
before that I was good. I was like, oh, injuries, what's that? Basically, I mean, I twisted some ankles and
nothing. I
got
didn't
skid
do
up and all
nothing.
that type of stuff, but nothing like after then college happened, and then it was like boom, it was just like a avalanche after that. It
Wow.
was like one injury after another.
Wow.
But yeah, it's not fun being hurt and on
Well,
crutches.
feel
It's like,
better. Hopefully,
oh
you
my
get
god.
really good for your birthday.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I know.
All
But if not, just celebrate it later. All right, I think
right.
we should go to our first break,
All
right?
right. Let's take a break.
Sounds good.
Hey.
Yeah.
So here we
Sorry.
go. What's this?
Awesome. So what's going on around your town? I like
a,
I
a
like
little
it.
what's going down in your town little video. I want to make
I
it a little
like
bit longer. Well, of course, the Braves won the not Super Bowl, the World Series a couple of weeks
Mhm.
ago, and then baseball went on strike. So I don't know what's going to happen. It was like, everybody was riding high on baseball here in Georgia, and then, but the big news of this week is, of course, Alabama beats Georgia. Georgia's gone the whole season undefeated, and then they play Alabama and they lose. Well, all is not lost for them. They still have a chance at a championship, but that is the big thing in Georgia. It's like you went all season long undefeated, but you couldn't beat Alabama.
Yeah.
So, and my family's torn. My son is roll tide, roll all day long. Then my sister's like, go dogs. So I can't watch the game with them because my head would probably explode. Both of them are very loud and they scream and yell at the TV, at the players, at the coaches, at everybody for the whole game. So I usually go watch it somewhere else.
Did your son did he go to like did he
No, speaking of injuries, he tore his patella tendon or something. He
Mhm.
tore his knee up. He had knee surgery.
Oh.
Um, Again, same thing like him. Just waited until he got to be a big grown man and tried to do some young guy stuff, and that knee said, "Pow!" He said he can still hear that noise, that sound in his sleep, and so
Ugh.
he had knee surgery. So he's on crutches as well.
Oh man. So
Yeah.
how is he a big Roll Tide fan? Like
Oh
why
my
not
God.
Georgia?
Oh no. I don't even know. I don't even think my son ever been to Alabama.
Oh, wow.
But he has been an Alabama fan for, I want to say, I've known for at least the last 3 to 4 years. He's been an Alabama fan at least the last 3 to 4 years.
Wow.
So it didn't just happen overnight. It's been,
Yeah.
he's been following a lot of those players. He's followed a lot of them to the NFL. Some of those players are some of his favorite players in the NFL, and roll tide.
That's awesome.
What
Well,
about you?
what's
What's
going
going on
around
in your
in
town?
I feel like since it's football season, I always have to go with the Chargers, but like it's a short season, so it's like you kind of have to hit it every week.
Yeah.
And we won.
Yeah, you
We
did.
finally, even though it was closer than I was hoping. Um, so we blew a game the week before against Pittsburgh, and then we came back or we won 41-22 against
Yeah.
Cincinnati. And but it's like the Chargers, they started out really strong, and you're like, there's no way that this is going to be anywhere close. And then it never works that way. They can't just win. They can't just blow a team out and be like, okay, no. Like going into halftime, I was like, oh my God, like what are we doing?
You sound like a Falcon fan. Or a New York Giant fan. The league is crazy right now.
It's pretty it's very stressful, and maybe it's good on everybody that this season is short, because I might have more heart attacks than I'm.
So why do you say the season is short? It's actually longer. They added a game.
No, I meant like longer. I mean, shorter,
like
relatively shorter than like basketball or baseball or hockey. Like, and just relatively, as opposed to other sports like baseball, because baseball starts off way early. Like I feel like they
springtime.
Like, you blink and it's back.
It'll be back here in January, February, March.
Yeah, and it just ended.
You're right.
So I feel like baseball, but there's those baseball fans that are very like the old timer, like baseball, like they are like they're not going to change anything when it comes to baseball. They don't want to really speed it up. There are things that are kind of rules that are been introduced to speed it up a little bit, but for the most part, they're going to keep their long seasons and their long games forever. But football, it's not like that. I feel like, I mean, even football, NFL football compared to college football is slower. I mean, as in longer games, because they have more timeouts. There's more dead time, like in between plays, and they send them to commercials. Like I was just watching SDSU. My brother went there, and they were playing Utah for the championship on Saturday. I was going to go to the game, but I hurt myself. But they lost to them, but the game was really, really long. And then when I watched the Charger game, it's like it's over so quickly. So I'm just like, I feel like I just want more time with the NFL, but maybe it's good I don't.
Not gonna happen. Well, all right. Well, we've got another break coming up, so let's get to that. All right.
Sounds good.
Hello guys, my name is Gloria. I am an instructor at LA Fitness Atlantic Station. I teach Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and on Saturdays we hike. We go to a different location. Our classes are 5:45 at Atlantic Station. There's kickboxing, there's body work, there's power circuit, everything you can imagine. And then we hike. We hike Kennesaw, Stone Mountain, the Palisades. We go everywhere. Come out and join us. Find out what your mission is and have fun while you do it. You can find me on Facebook, Gloria Jackson, and I want you to have fun while you get fit. Come join me.
You know, I love Miss Gloria Jackson. Every time I watch that video, I almost want to pinch myself for not getting into that class as soon as I met her. I very recently saw some of her success stories with some of the girls that are in her classes, and oh my gosh, I was like, wow. It is and I tell people all the time, it's a for real workout system. You know, they really work out, and they're really making a difference. And like I said, I saw some of the before and after pictures recently, and I'm like, dang it, I should have been in there.
Yeah, right. Because like time passes, but like, and then you turn back, you're like, well, 6 months passed. If I would have started when I was supposed to, this could have been me. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Just don't hurt yourself playing extreme pickleball.
No, can't do that.
That will definitely set you back.
Not going to.
Is anyone up for a quickie? A sports quickie.
You see, I hurry up and cut off that pickle stuff that you were talking.
No,
No, that was a mistake.
no,
think
I was like, that's good. No, you cut it off.
No,
I don't want to be responsible for anybody getting hurt
no.
playing that game.
All
No,
right.
but
Well, my
um,
sports quickie. I'm gonna go today. I'm gonna go first. And my sports quickie. You know, everyone knows that football is my favorite sport. And I love my NFL guys. And it's hard for me to even have a team anymore because I root for so much talent around the entire league. So when I'm watching a game, I'm rooting for both teams. You
mhm.
know, Cam Newton and Atlanta Falcons are going to be playing this week, and I'm going to be rooting for Cam to have a good game, and I'm going to be rooting for the Falcons to have a good game. And
Yeah.
then if either one of them ever gets to play the Giants, I'm the same way. I'm rooting for a lot of people. And then last week I was watching the Steelers, and I wanted to coach. I wanted them to win, and but then you know, I'm all over the place, and I really truly am. I just love players all over the league. Last week, the NFL did something I thought was just so freaking cool. They had a program, and it was called My Cause, My Cleats. So players from around the league had the opportunity to design cleats for their different causes. And they were just so awesome. The color schemes. And the NFL has been doing this for a few years, and it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And there's a young gentleman, and I'm going to try to get him on the show because I believe he's right here in Atlanta, that did some of the designs of some of these cleats. So a lot of these NFL players, coaches, and owners, they have different nonprofit organizations that they're involved in. So what they do is they have cleats designed to support their organization, and then they get to wear them. They got to wear them this week, week 13. And then what's going to happen is after it's all said and done, the cleats will go up on auction, and then the money and the proceeds can go towards their organization. And man, I'll tell you, they just had different things, for child abuse, for prenatal care, and even oh my God, some of them were so personal. Um, DeAndre Washington, um, his is on raising awareness about gun violence because it says a march for our lives. Because this past summer, his sister went to New Orleans on a girls' trip, and there was a gunfight between some people, and his sister got caught up in the crossfires, and she died from her injuries just out having fun. And so his cleats was dedicated to raising awareness about gun violence. Then you have one of the Falcons. He and his fiance, they lost their baby, which I want to say, our hearts and prayers go out to Nick Cannon. His 5-month old died from brain cancer, and so our hearts and prayers go out to him and his girlfriend. But this right here, this just warms my heart. Things like this is what I love about some of those NFL players, and I know a lot of those guys get a bad rap for this, that, or the other, but there are a lot of them doing great, great things, and I'm glad that the NFL teamed up with them to do something like this. And it's not just the players; the coaches get involved, the owners get involved. Some of them, the whole team get involved. And look at this. I love these sneakers, and I was looking at it, and some of them are like, I want. What can you just can they just make them and people can just buy them?
Yeah. So, like when you're saying auction, so when I'm not doing this, I'm a nonprofit auctioneer, and
Right.
last year I auctioned off cleats for ALS. It was on the first picture that you did. It's this year, Cody, I think Cody Davis is the one who did for ALS this year, but I auctioned off the ones that were
For
last year.
last
But
year.
it's
Mhm.
because Eric Stevens, he's an ex NFL player, and I worked with him and his wife on an event. We put together a golf event fundraiser for them, and we auctioned them off there. And it's a disease that's 100% fatal. So, and he was 28 8/29 when he was diagnosed right after his wedding. So
Wow.
it has a life expectancy of like 2 to 5 years after diagnosis. So it's just horrific. They just have a baby. But anyway, he played in the NFL, so he met NFL players. So this is the second year he's had shoes dedicated to him, which I think is really cool, like you were talking about.
Really, really cool. Like I said, this is just one of those things that really warms my heart. And as I said, if you Google NFL.com, you will find some of these players and some of their causes. And like I said, and some of them are just so near and dear to their hearts as far as family members who've gotten killed in gun violence or friends or just different things. So it was really awesome. And like I said, I really really enjoy seeing that. My next
Artwork
thing,
is gorgeous.
yeah, I love it. Yeah, wasn't it? Yeah, really, really was. The next thing I want to share with you is I know everyone has been wondering how Tiger Woods is doing. How is Tiger Woods? How's Tiger Woods? And we've all been, just kind of keeping our eye out and waiting to see if he's going to come back and he's going to play and whatever, or even how he's doing. I mean, you haven't seen or heard from him at all.
Yeah.
So apparently he's healing pretty good. And I know one of the things I heard him mention before he got hurt is that COVID gave him an opportunity to really work closely with his son Charlie and how much he enjoyed that. So he and Charlie are getting ready to play in a PGA tour. And I think that is so awesome. And Tiger is up, and I know he's not the Tiger that everyone was used to seeing, but he's walking. He has both legs and both feet. And after that accident, we didn't know if he was going to have that. So the PNC Championship, which is December the 16th through the 19th, at the Ritz Carlton Golf Club in Orlando. This is a two-person PGA tournament for major champions and their families. So Tiger will be playing with his son Charlie. So take a look. This is them practicing, I should say. Hold on one second. Let me share this so you can take a look. And of course, he's good. Of course. Of course.
It's awesome that he was continuing to play, because I feel like with athletes, like you need to put a ball in their hand or a club in their hand or something in their hand to like kind of speed up the recovery process. There's talking about, I've seen so many things about athletes who thought that they were never going to be able to walk again or walk without difficulty, and they've put a football in their hand, and they're kind of their spirits and everything just like shoots to the roof, and they're just motivated again. And like that's kind of when it comes to athletes and recovery, that's one of the big things that is great that he continued to do.
Take a look. I'm going to show you. If I can get it to play.
Where's the tournament being held?
In Orlando, Florida.
Nice.
So wasn't that just cool? And as I said, Tiger looks good. He looks healthy, and I'm really glad about that. Were you able to see the video? Because when I show it, I kind of disappeared.
I didn't see it.
No, I don't know what happened.
I don't know if our viewers did.
Well, let me see. Let me. I just want to see if I can show this one more time. I want to see if you can see it. Let me see if I go here and I click that one. And I click that. No, I don't even see it now. So I thought I had that little system there. I thought I had it figured out, but I guess obviously I don't. It is so cool. His son, just like I said, and Tiger looks quite well. I'm glad to see he's doing well. If I click the entire screen.
Speaking of injuries, Serena Williams is pulled out of the Australian Open because of an injury. So that's going to be sad. It's sad for the tennis world and anybody's wanting to see her play.
Yeah, because we always want to see her.
Yeah.
Always want to see. Well, no, it's not letting me do what I wanted to do, so I'm just going to leave that alone. But anyway, that was my sports quickie. Good luck to Tiger and Charlie, and I'm glad to see Tiger up and hanging out with his son Charlie. Time for your sports quickie, Lindsay.
Okay, well, mine's more like an open discussion. And speaking of
Okay.
Tiger Woods, I was just going to talk about really quickly the sports person of the year. They just had the awards, and Tom Brady won for 2021. But Tiger Woods also has won twice. And he won in 1996 and 2000. And then LeBron James has won 3 times in 2012, 16, and 22. And now Tom Brady has joined them in winning in 2005 and 2021. So congratulations to him. That's incredible, since he is 44 years old and he did leave a one franchise, a huge team that he was playing for years, and he took his talents down to Florida and won a Super Bowl. So I can see the thought process and why he won it. Arguably the best football player of all time, the GOAT. And that is definitely one of the best quarterbacks. But there were some discussions about other people that should have won. As always, there's always a different side. And a lot of people were saying to bringing awareness to mental health, Osaka and Biles should have won, just because of the impact they had, and bringing awareness to and making it okay for athletes to come out and talk about these issues. And also it kind of even led to people in business profession, and their job or their bosses paying more attention to that, and how they can better help their employees with their mental health. So that was one person. And then also Suni Lee, gymnast, who won the all around in Tokyo for 2020 Olympics, who filled in or was in there, and Biles dropped out. So she was the favorite to win in the United States, but not the favorite to win all around. And she won. So that's another person. And, but she did win female athlete of the year. So that was awesome for her. But I don't know. There's just, I just kind of wanted to open it up and just talk a little bit about that. But I don't know your feelings, but that's basically two sides.
Well, I do kind of agree with the other people about all, and even with you, about the athletes that have stepped up and brought awareness to mental health, and I'm always a fan of letting somebody else win. After a while, people will get tired of Tom Brady winning. And what happens is people turn against you when you win too much. It's like, okay, I don't even like him anymore. I don't want him to win. Tom is a hell of a football player and a quarterback, and he reminds me of the coach of Alabama. If there's a way to win, he's going to figure it out and he's going to win it.
Yeah,
and he does it, and so I get it. But I do agree that I wish that they would spread the love to some other people, because other people may not have exactly done what Tom did, but they've done great things, like the Osakas and everybody else. So I kind of agree. I do. I kind of agree. I'd like to see some other people win it, because I don't think it matters as much to Tom anymore. He's won it, I don't think it matters as much to LeBron anymore. He's won it. And certain things, once you get it one time, you're over that hump and you're good. You're good. And I
Heck
think
yeah.
both of them would have been good getting it that one time. That's like making some person the sexiest man alive a couple
Oh,
times. And
yeah.
you're like, who's looking at the same guy? There's plenty of other
Yeah,
cute guys out here.
exactly.
So
See, and then there's athletes in other sports. I think there was one in the WNBA that pretty much left a team to go play for
I
another
remember.
team,
I
and it's just like she did the same exact thing, but just on
just
a lower relatively
on
scale
a
for everybody
WNBA
else.
scale. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
And,
NFL
and then
court
not only
like
that, you had a WNBA player in the beginning of the season that walked away to go work for a nonprofit to help bring awareness and help the nonprofit out. She walked away from making money and playing ball because she thought that was more important than playing a
Mhm.
sport. So there's plenty of other people and athletes doing great things. So like I said, I agree with the other people to say that it should have went somewhere else, and not to take anything away from time. We know time is money.
No. And
We know.
take other things, yeah, into consideration. Like
Yeah.
also with the gymnasts, they were doing the 2020 Olympics in 2021, which was a whole nother year of them having to put their bodies through crazy training to stay in shape for the Olympics, which is very hard when you're, at this level. So
Hmm.
there's another layer on it, but then there's the layer of Tom Brady being in his mid 40s. So, there's two different sides, but I just wanted to make that a discussion. So that was my
Yeah.
sports quickie.
Well, that was a good discussion. We're going to play our last commercial, and then we'll be right back. I absolutely love my Times Square shot.
Yeah, those were
Every
awesome.
time I see that, I look at like I did that. I took that shot in Times Square at the end of September, no doubt, and it was a beautiful night in Times Square. But anyway, we're gonna close it out and we're gonna wrap it up with finishing up our conversation about uh the and they also have they have a couple different things coming up, getting ready for the Super Bowl. The Man of the Year for Walter Payton's Man of the Year. Those nominees are in. And then, of course, the voting has started for the Pro Bowl. We're getting ready for that, which I'll be going to the Pro Bowl. I will be in Vegas at the Pro Bowl this year.
Nice.
I definitely want to go check that out. Again, Pro Bowl is kind of my thing because I get to see all the players in one place. But of
Yeah.
course, generally the ones who go to the Super Bowl don't normally want to participate, which I get it. I get it. And I never understood. I think they should make the Pro Bowl after the Super
Yeah.
Bowl
Yeah.
instead of before. It's like give us one more week of football.
Yeah, exactly.
And now,
Extend it.
and
I'm all
now
for
everybody
that.
else has gone home, gone
Mhm.
packing. Super Bowl's won. You don't have to worry about the Super Bowl winner not participating.
Mhm.
So, NFL, if you're listening, move the Pro Bowl to after the Super Bowl.
I could see that that's your thing though, because you like all different players and they're all on the field together. That's like your definition of the perfect game, I think.
It is. It is. I got all my quarterbacks lined up over there.
Yeah.
Oh, and I have one more thing to say that just lights my heart up like God daggone Christmas tree. Everybody knows I love Michael Vick. And when I get to see Michael Vick as a commentator and he's standing there with the football in his hand And it goes back to what you were saying before about how they were saying some of these athletes have to get a ball back in their hand. I just really, when I watch Michael up there and I can see his love and his passion for the game, and every week he has that football in his hand. And I think it may be a nervous thing. He don't know what to do with his hands. So what do you do with your hands? You do what you did best. Michael, you hold on to that football. I love that. And I have been meaning to say that every week when I see him up there, I'm like, look at Michael. I love Michael Vick. And I love him even more sitting there holding on to that football. So, well, that's all we have for this week, ladies and gentlemen. Please remember to join Ladies in the Locker Room. Share the show with a friend of yours. If someone who loves sports like we love sports and like to talk about sports, hear about sports. We would also like to hear from our fans. If there's something you think we should be talking about, if there's something that we missed, send us a message, ladies in the locker room at gmail.com. And also every Wednesday night, 8 o'clock, you can log on and be on the show with us, and we'll definitely talk to you. All right. Well, we'll see you guys next week. Lindsay.
Bye, everyone. Have a great night.
Take care of that leg.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.